Hello, everyone. It is me, Danielle J. Mitchell, your up and coming queen of real estate, and I'm here for another episode of Tuesday Tip at 2. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. It is me, Danielle J. Mitchell, queen of real estate, social media extraordinaire, and I'm here for today's and this week's all new Tuesday Tip at 2. So I'm going to be talking about 10 tips for marketing your home online. 10 tips to marketing your home online. And of course, me, the social media extraordinaire, has to give you these tips, has to tell you what's going to make it pop, what's going to make people interested, what's going to draw people to your amazing property. But first, I have to tell you guys that I am stationed here in PA. I'm licensed in PA. I service the PA or Philadelphia and surrounding suburbs. And that would include, but are not limited to, Montgomery County, Delaware County, but also Chester County, Bucks County, and any other county that surrounds Philadelphia. So I'm here for you. And if you are interested in buying and or selling at this time, because spring has sprung, it is here. May is almost gone. Summer is creeping up on us. The unofficial kick and start to summer, Memorial Day weekend, is upon us. And so you're late. But it's never too late, never too soon, never too early to buy a house. So go to book.djmrealtyco.com. Again, that is book.djmrealtyco.com. And you can get started today, not tomorrow, but today. Now, of course, hello, new subscribers, and welcome back to my subscribers. Listen, if you have not done it already, I need you to go hit the all notifications bell so you can be notified every time I'm going live or I'm uploading something. And usually it's something funny other than my Tuesday tips at 2, and absolutely always informative. Now, let's get into it. Now, this is still keeping up with our home trending series. It's still keeping up with that. I'm still continuing in that vein because these are all things that we need to know as it pertains to real estate, as it pertains to your home, selling your home. This is a part of the trends. These marketing tips for you to market your home comes in handy. So we have to stay on trend. We have to stay in the know of what's going on out here and what you can utilize. So, PA, you should be utilizing me to do this. You should never be doing all this stuff yourself. That's not what you pay your realtor to do. You do not pay your realtor to do all the work yourself. That makes none of the sense. And I have to say that because I have experienced times, and I can't say nothing because I don't want to infringe on, people's business relationships. But I've definitely experienced where I've met sellers who is doing a lot of the work to sell their home, even though they have a realtor that they have hired and they will be paying commission to. But I digress. Let's start with number one. Number one, high quality photography. Okay, so now if you have an investment property, as in, that's not in great shape, and that likely an investor will buy, you don't necessarily have to worry about it. Now, you should have some photos there, that not blurry, that basically have basic, decent photos for the property. But if you're a regular seller and you're just, selling your home and it's in decent condition, hopefully you've done all the things to make it seller ready, then you definitely want to make sure that you go ahead and get high quality photos and show off the house, right? Invest in professional photography to showcase your home and its best light. High resolution, well composed images will attract potential buyers and make your listing stand out. Everyone loves to look at a nice, beautiful home that's presented well, right? The photography is just helping to present your home in its best manner. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Have high quality photography. Number 2, compelling property descriptions. So a lot of times you want to make sure that the property descriptions in there, that your realtor is making sure that it's something that is crafty, engaging, and descriptive, and that highlights the unique features and selling points of your home, right? I would use persuasive language and create excitement to capture buyers' attention. Right now, if you're like me, when I'm looking at homes, I'm just looking at, okay, does it have a basement? Like if I can't see it, I'm looking for if it's a finished basement, if it's, certain things. I try to have a balance when I do my descriptions between being over the top and, also still trying to quote unquote sell the property, right? Sometimes you can see people and this descriptions of a property, and it's like, all right, this is a bit much. It's kind of exaggerating, embellishing a bit, or you're just, it just becomes a bit much. So being able to write something that's concise, straight to the point, but also creative and engaging is a good balance to have there, right? Because sometimes if you're overdoing it, it's like, okay, what's wrong with the property? Because this is a little bit too much in the description. Okay. So just writing that balance, I think, is always good. Number 3, virtual tours. Now, this is a new thing, right? This is a new thing that has become more and more and more popular, right? So providing virtual tours or 360-degree videos of your home to give potential buyers an immersive experience. And this allows them to explore the property from the comfort of their homes and increases engagement. So a lot of times, of course, as most people do, whether people are looking or not looking, they love to see the virtual tours, get a feel of the house and everything, and that helps to make them even more excited for the open house, to book an appointment to come see the property. So being able to give people an idea of what the property looks like, people are always more than likely are going to come to the house as well, unless they're traveling, unless they're relocating, right? Unless it's a relocation situation, most people buy within their local area, and even if they're out of state, if they're close enough, they're going to come to the property to see it in person as well, because they got to get a feel for it and all that. But having the virtual tours, the 360-degree videos, helps to weed out people. Number one, you want to make sure that you're getting serious potential buyers in, as well as it just gives people a good feel. So when they come into it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is just like the pictures. This is just like the video, right? Which is you always want a buyer to be excited, because more than likely they are going to put in an offer. And number 4, which is really like a 4B, right? If there was a 3A and a 3B, this is number 4. Video walkthroughs. It's along the same vein, right? Having an actual walkthroughs where people can walk through it, guiding viewers. You can see the features. Now, again, some people overdo it a bit. You see people zooming into sinks, that drives me crazy. Zooming into the faucet, like, okay, it's a beautiful faucet. Thank you for that. Whoever made this video, great job. But that's just my personal taste. Video walkthroughs guide viewers through each room, highlighting the key features. Videos offer a dynamic and engaging way to showcase, again, the property, right? So that more is like 3A and 3B, right? Because those are different things, but again, they're both helping people to kind of visualize themselves being in the property, which is always great. Utilizing social media. That is number 5. Okay. Utilizing social media. Now, of course, this is probably one of my favorites. Leverage social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all these different things to promote your listing, share captivating visuals, videos, as we talked about, property details, and reach a wider audience and generate interest. Listen, people relocate all the time. So if they're able to stumble across something through social media that can pique their interest, that's always wonderful and amazing. Okay. So you definitely want to utilize social media, help to get people in the house, and hopefully all you need is one buyer. So you may find that one buyer on social media. Number 6, online listing platforms. Online listing platforms. Now, what's wonderful if you utilize a realtor, once you have it put into the MLS, which is just the hub for real estate professionals, particularly realtors, where we see all the properties that's in our area, depending on what area we're in. So I upload that listing in there. It's automatically pulled from the listing platforms. Otherwise, you have to put it in manually if you do not list it on the MLS, which if you're for sale by owner, then you just put it in on Zillow. And usually most listing platforms will even pull it from Zillow and everything. So listing platforms like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Redfin is one as well. These platforms have a large user base and provide exposure to potential buyers actively searching for homes. Of course, I run into buyers all the time who send me what they're interested in off of these listing platforms. So many people are perusing them, have eyes on them. So of course, having it on there as well is always helpful. Email marketing campaigns. So it's a number of ways you can do that. A lot of times you can buy a list of people in the vicinity, people in the area, and you can get their email addresses and just start, campaigning to them, send them a few emails about coming soon, or, on the market, or just listed. So sending something out to people in that area, people who might be interested, is always great. And as well as, a lot of times I receive emails all the time from agents who are marketing their coming soon, they're just listed. So I look at them all the time, and that's always great when realtors do it to other realtors, because we may have a buyer. We may have a buyer who may be interested. So being able to include in there the property, the details, some nice images, some nice graphics is always fantastic. Number 8, targeted advertising, right? So utilizing platforms like Google Ads, okay, or social media ads, targeting specific demographics or regions. This allows you to reach potential buyers who are actively, this allows you to reach potential buyers who are actively searching for properties in the area, right, in that area of the listing. A lot of times, again, it really is really helpful. And quite honestly, for the realtor, it's helpful, because even if they're not interested in that particular listing that I'm marketing, helps me to get some more buyers, So it's definitely very helpful. Or even, again, another realtor might see it and be like, oh, I have a client potentially interested in this, right? So being able to get the word out there using the platforms. Some are very, less expensive than others. Google Ads is up there, but you might be able to do some TikTok and Instagram ads, and they're not as expensive, right? Facebook is a bit more expensive nowadays for no reason, but that's another that's another video. But being able to use targeted advertising, again, helps to drill down on people who might be interested in the property. All right. So number 9, having a dedicated property website or a landing page, right? So a lot of times, especially in $1 million properties and new development properties, they'll have, a 123 Main Street Lane, 123 Main Street, or 123 Main Lane.com. And they'll have that, right? And you go in there and it's all about that particular property. So I think it's great because it's super easy for when you're promoting it, especially on social media, or when you're sending these email campaigns and all of that, then you just click on there and people can get more details about the property. Of course, you would have the beautiful photos that we talked about, the virtual tours that we talked about, the walkthroughs, all of those things will be on that landing page. And what's great about it is that you can utilize SEO, right? Search engine tags and things like that. So when people go to search, then hopefully that website will come up, right? Again, if somebody's relocating, they go to search and be like, hey, I want, a property, properties in, Bryn Mawr, PA, or something like that. And if you have tagged and did all those things with that landing page, then it'll come up. The same for YouTube as well. If you upload a video onto YouTube and put certain tags in there, when people go, to search for a property, that YouTube video for the property will come up. So it's really, really good. Optimize it for search engines to increase visibility and generate organic traffic. So it's really, really good when you're using a dedicated property website. And last but not least, online communities and forums. Believe it or not, a lot of times, if you're, especially Facebook, and even like the neighborhood apps, like Nextdoor app, there's one called Patch, I think, that's local. It's really cool. Facebook groups, they'll have first time home buyers club, or, investors club, or, all kinds of clubs on there with like-minded people. And I've gotten a buyer from being in one of the groups, right? I've gotten a buyer from being on the Nextdoor app. So people look on there. People look in these groups. People look on these different apps. And again, it's just about utilizing everything that's out there. So it's really helpful to engage with online communities and forums focused on real estate, home buying, and selling, right? You can share your listings and participate in discussions to establish yourself as knowledgeable and a helpful resource. So that's why, of course, I utilize it. But again, using Facebook Marketplace and doing those different things, you'd be surprised how many people are on these different apps or platforms and groups and stuff that swap information, and you can wind up getting a buyer out of it. You can wind up just making connections that will get you to the finish line of what you're trying to do. That is it. And that is all. That is the tips. That is all for today's and this week's Tuesday Tip at 2. Those are the 10 tips that you need for marketing your home online. I hope that was helpful to you. Listen, if you're interested in selling, you know what you need to go. You need to go to book.djmrealtyco.com. Again, that's book.djmrealtyco.com, and click on the listing consultation if you're interested in selling your property. Okay. If you're interested in renting your property, you can also utilize the listing consultation. Listing consultations are in person, so you will be scheduling something for me to come see the property, for us to discuss, do all the things. Okay. And if you're interested in buying, that is via Zoom, and you can click on the buyer consultation if you go to, again, book.djmrealtyco.com. Okay. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope this was helpful to you. Listen, share with a friend, share with a family member, share with a coworker, share with whomever you think could utilize this information. Okay. Remember, there is no place at home, no place at home buying, no place like home selling. And I will talk to you next time or next week's all new Tuesday tip at 10. All right. Bye.